All right, guys, check it out. Ready? I'm working out, bro. See? Just kidding. Still fat, but getting there. Guys, I have something to admit to you guys. The wheels are still on the car, and it's been like days. I'm gonna be honest, it's because I pulled the GTR out, and I sit my butt down right here, dude, and I just look at the wheel. Look at this, bro. That's crazy. So, an update from like last video, just to give you guys some new information. I ended up getting new lips for this, or at least they're on order right now. I wanted the front to be a little more aggressive, kind of like the back. So this right here is a 3.5-inch lip, and we're gonna do a 4-inch lip, which will make that a 10.5. But I seriously keep walking outside, and I can't stop looking at how sick this is going to be. We've got a lot to do with this car, and I posted on Instagram and Twitter, and everybody was like, oh, it already looks so good, you don't gotta keep messing with it, but guess what, guys? We're gonna keep messing with it, because we're gonna make it look better. Some new parts that haven't reached the States yet are coming, but I do have some things that I've been talking about that I've been kind of hiding in my garage for a while now. Before we do anything though, I need to take these wheels off. So give me a second, let me get this done. One more look. All right, let's get it. What I didn't mention a second ago is I will actually be rebuilding these myself. I'm excited about that because it's something I've wanted to do ever since coming into the automotive space. It'd be cool to rebuild your own 3-piece wheels. It's pretty complicated, so there's gonna be probably an entire video on it. But bigger lip for this, I'll end up polishing and making everything look super nice. But enough about wheels. Skyline's been down for a while, which gave me a lot of time to get parts. I've got some stuff to unbox. All right, so what are you guys laughing at? My knees? Okay, listen, dude, I'm 25 years old, but I have the knees of like a 78-year-old. You respect your elders. When I fought in the war of Modern Warfare 2 pre-game lobbies, that was intense. Most of you guys don't even know about that. Respect me, I've been through it all. Don't worry guys, my kinesiologist got it covered. I'm just gonna look old for a little bit. I've been hard pressed on space in my garage for a bit because I have tons of parts, and for a little bit now, I haven't had a car to put them on. A few months ago, actually it was probably a bit ago, I showed you the intake manifold, I showed you that I had a fuel system and a fuel rail and everything. This I'm going to actually end up polishing up to make it look nice and shiny. I'm gonna get a bunch of sandpaper and make this thing look really good. But you guys have already seen that. If you haven't, hello, this is a Goliad intake manifold for the RB25, and I'm stoked about that. So let me actually back up a little bit. If you guys don't know, most Skylines come with an RB20. This Skyline is the first GTS 25T. That 25T means 2.5 liter turbo. So this is the RB25, and obviously the RB26 was in the GTR, which, as bad as the RB26 is compared to other inline 6 motors, it's a little better than the RB25. But let's be honest here, I don't think there's any RB motor that's like super good. Maybe RB30. Something I've flashed a little bit at the end of a video is something I'm pretty stoked about. I got this from a friend that used to have a really, really high-powered RB25 R33 4-door, and it is beautiful. This is a gorgeous race-bred twin-scroll T4 exhaust manifold. Yeah, look at this, dude. It's gorgeous, I know. This is my new son, guys. Cool thing is, it's been ceramic coated, so I don't have to do any heat wrap or anything, and it's not gonna start rusting and stuff on me. RaceBred makes some really good exhaust manifolds, and this is gonna look just really good on the car, especially since it's gonna be shiny. But I had to get something to bolt up to this twin scroll T4, and that's coming, obviously. We've got this. I've already showed you this. Something fragile. Okay, here's the other one. It's gonna go over here now. What's one of the first things you gotta do when you start adding power mods to the car? This is something a lot of people forget about and kind of overlook. This is did you guys know they're gonna stop making bubble wrap? Like the pop, is this one of the ones that doesn't pop? Oh, you guys are Bet, dude, I'm gonna still make it pop. Again, I bought this from a friend, and he gave me some instructions on how to install the RB2526 manifold kit. Step 1, take 2 ibuprofen. 2, pull all the studs from the exhaust side of the head. 3, remove broken studs. 4, test fit manifold and put studs in. 5, don't blow up. Manifold must go on head before studs, or no fitty fitty. Thanks, dude. That's very encouraging of you. I'm now stoked to do this. This is a, I'm gonna keep this boxed up because this is a very, very important fragile part of the car. This is a Haltech ECU, a beautiful one at that. And it looks just nice and fresh. It's got a nice squishy outward appearance to it. Has no scent. And then this little baggie, I've got some universal plug and play stuff so it can fit with the R33 chassis. Thank you, Jacob, for the instructions. I will make sure I hold on to these because it sounds like it's gonna be fun. I'm still cutting towards myself, guys. After all these years, how am I not dead? Another thing that a lot of people overlook and sometimes even bypass. Stop calling me, hello? I don't know your number. Gauges. Boost is not like necessarily like important, but if you boost spike and it's a good thing to have. Air to fuel, I think, is the most crucial thing to having a solid build. If you don't know what your air to fuel ratio is, then you're probably gonna blow up. So, got this from a sub, thanks William Lee. I'm kind of going at all this at somewhat of a budget. Like, I got the wheels secondhand, I got the exhaust manifold, the intake manifold, I got everything secondhand, and everything's gonna look really good. At the end of the day, everything 6 months from now is just gonna look secondhand no matter what, so. I encourage you guys, check out Facebook groups, forums, everything you can. The one thing I would not get secondhand though, sometimes you can get good luck with it, but the one thing I would definitely be cautious about is the NASCAR. Can you guys see me up here? Nope. All right. That. Here we go. Oh, it smells like fish. We're gonna have to stand up for this one. So evidently, Comp did something special for us on this one. So, product certification, Frank. Thank you, Frank. They say they did something special for me in this box, and I am excited to see what it is. This is obviously my turbo, and last time we went with Comp, they treated us right, but I did a bad job of telling them exactly what I wanted out of a turbo. With the SC300, that was my first car I had ever done a big turbo setup on. So one, I knew nothing about manifolds, I knew nothing about exhaust housings, I knew nothing about the AR ratio, I knew nothing about a lot of that. And sometimes, in my case at least, it took a lot of money and experience and just personal bad experience to learn all this. But this time around, I think it should be a little different. Sorry guys, I'm just playing with this as I'm talking. I need to see this. Oh! Do you guys see what I'm seeing here? Wait. Wait. No way. Do you guys see this? They gave me a shirt. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually not, that's awesome, thank you, but guys, they made me a custom purple. That's so cool. Look at that, it's gonna match the car. That's so tight. And the best part is you won't even see that anymore because it's gonna be covered by an intake. But that's still really cool. The large boy. Guys, if sometimes you wonder why it takes me sometimes a long time to come out with videos or to get things done, it's because of little things like this. It was a simple mistake. Everything on the turbo is correct, except for one thing. It's a single scroll. So, worst case scenario, I send it back and they just put a twin scroll on there, or they send me a twin scroll exhaust housing and I bolt it on myself. It's super easy to do. But just so you guys know, this is kind of, if you guys ever think sometimes it takes me a long time to get things done, it's a waiting game for me. I get things done pretty fast myself. Aside from getting the wrong exhaust housing, everything else is cool, and they even custom made me a purple compressor housing. That's cool. Like, that is really cool. This is a Comp 6265, but they choked down the AR a lot. Obviously, for a T4 you're pretty limited with how fast you can spool, especially with having a 2.5 liter engine. The rest all comes down to the turbo. So having the twin scroll helps a little bit, but having the AR choke down will help spool a little bit better. My goal was to have a turbo that spooled a little faster than the one I had in the Lexus, but to have lower power than the Lexus. So this 6265 should get me there. Let me show you where everything's gonna be going. Obviously this doesn't look very good at all. But the nice thing is, this will be able to get rid of this stupid thing right here. I'll be able to expose the valve cover more so it'll actually look not weird. And having all this space while everything is off, I might have enough time and space to end up sanding this down and maybe possibly repainting some of this and making it look a little bit nicer. A few things we're gonna need. I'm gonna need a throttle body adapter, which it goes right here. It's pretty easy to find. I need to still get one of those. And then I'm gonna have to fabricate some different intercooler piping just because it now doesn't go all the way across the motor. I still need to grab a waste gate, and for now we're gonna leave the motor stock. We're gonna shoot for about 400 to 450, which is pretty much what this motor can handle. We're gonna do E85, and my goal is just to make it a fun car to drive. A fun, stancy, hot boy car that's been, you know, fully front end converted to a GTR. So, funny enough, a lot of you guys thought that all this was over, you know, and that this was the final car. No, we got wheels coming, we got a nice engine bay, and then we've got some parts from Japan. I'm just gonna tell you it's a wing.
Whoa, that's so cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
But you wanna see something fun?
Tell me, show me.
Look at the turbo and then look at the manifold and tell me what doesn't work.
Is it that there's 2 holes in 1 hole?
Yes, that's correct.
What, okay, so why are there 2 holes?
So twin scroll is a little more efficient. I don't know exactly like the exact science that makes it happen, but
I love that it matches. That's
I know,
so
isn't that pretty cool of them to do that?
Yeah.
That's pretty tight.
Oh, I'm so excited. I forgot, what are we doing with this car? Just making it fast?
Yep.
I have too many cars to keep up with.
Thankfully, this is a pretty small fix. I could be really pissed about this or whatever, but it doesn't really bog me down, and it doesn't really slow down what's going on, because this should be able to get back. They should be able to get that to me pretty semi-quickly. And with that, I want you to use that as a reminder that if life doesn't go your way, don't get bummed out. Don't get upset. Make the best out of everything and keep going, even if it feels like you're losing. I think it's important that I'm transparent about what goes on in my life and the issues that I have to deal with. So, little things happen. People make little mistakes, and sometimes we make big deals out of them whenever it's not worth it. If life doesn't go your way, keep going, keep pushing, just keep doing you. It's fine. Life goes on. I've been stacking videos lately and spreading them out because I really wanted to play Call of Duty for like at least 3 days straight. Don't judge me, this is no judgment zone. Again, that's how I got these battle wounds, dude. The scars of MW2. You guys have no idea those pre-game lobbies. If you do, I'm sorry, you probably have bad knees now too. I love you guys, I'll catch you guys later. Deuce. I have 2 videos and 1 scroll turbo. Crying inside. No, but I'm for real though, like, watch these videos.